Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to do 2, possibly 3 quick layouts in my daughter's school year insert that I started in the beginning of this academic school year. So when school started in September is when I started it. Unfortunately, the project has fallen to the wayside a little bit just because of other ones that got in the way. And then for the month of December, I did December daily. And so now looking through my projects to see where I'm at, this is where I'm at. So there are a few. So I do have the journaling actually for this one. This was just a simple one, going to the dentist. She did great. This was another simple one. I think I did it as a reel where my mom took my daughter to see Little Mermaid at a like a, what do you say, like a performance high school. And it was because she took her because this was the day I had my knee surgery, or the day after, and so I couldn't go any longer. So these were just 2 quick ones I did off camera. I just have the journaling on clear sticker paper to put here. So on this one, I want to tell the story of being just very proud of Valentina in the beginning of the school year. So this is a story like from September. So they do like I'm sure you know, for your kids too, she's in VPK, so the grade before kindergarten, and they do like assessment testing to see like where she is as far as her knowledge so far of like letters, numbers, shapes, and all that other stuff. And they gave me the reports, and they actually just did it again in the when school returned after the holidays. And proud mom moment, she scored a 96% on like the first month of school. So I feel good that I've done enough with her where she is prepared for school. So I have both of those reports. I have her name covered up and stuff. So the first one and the recent one. So I kind of want to make a pocket with this paper. This was been in my stash. This is a Jen Hadfield, Hey Hello, and it's called Thinking of You. I do believe I probably just picked it up at Joann's. So I have this idea for this to be a pocket for this side for these reports. Then this long kind of 4x8 photo, and then I've used my die cut machine already and cut out in like a hunter green paper with L Studio Jane Alpha die cuts. So we're going to have a title that goes vertically over here. So we'll put this one together. Then I want to tell the story on the next page of her great relationship and bond with Maui, our golden doodle. So I blew up the photo. So this is an 8x10. So I will put it down and, you know, cut off about 1 inch all the way around. And then using my silhouette and rainbow glitter paper, I cut out their names. So Maui and Vale. Vale is just half her name that we, you know, short for Valentina. And so, yeah, I have Maui and Vale. In essence, I cut out a few hearts, and then I just have my journaling on clear sticker paper to put right here on the bottom. So this one too will be fairly simple, which is why I definitely said 2. We'll try to do 3 because I do already have the idea for this one to be when we got Moana back in October. So just trying to keep it consecutive too. So then after we got Moana, the next day was like Halloween. So I'll put, you know, do the story of her Halloween costume this year. Then what else did I do last year in here? Probably like, you know, top 10 or currently liking, I think was something I did. And then her birthday is in November. Oh, so they did have like a class project that they did that I have pictures of. Then it was her birthday. And then I usually do like a spread about Christmas. So I need to catch up in here. So you'll see a few of these videos popping up. So depending on the length, once I do these 2, because, you know, I like to keep my videos around 10 minutes. If I can add the 3rd one, we shall. But let's get started. So let's construct this pocket for using a 12x12 scrapbook piece of paper. So this is a nice little tip in case you ever want to make a pocket and you like the A side and the B side. Makes it super easy because all I'm doing is measuring it out and then leaving the 12 inches in length. And then I'm going to just fold up the flap of the B side to make the pocket, which is this great like leaf pattern, very symmetrical repeating pattern. And it makes a perfect pocket, and I will close it on the left and the right side. And that way I can house, letters like I'm trying to do, or any ephemera or bits of your day that you want to save. It's a great little trick. And I'm glad I found a paper I liked both sides. So in this pocket will go those assessment tests that they printed out for us parents. I'm just so proud of her to know that I guess I am doing my job and making learning fun at home, for her to have scored so high on this assessment test. She will do it again at the end of the school year. So we'll see how much it improves, or if they finally give us like things she has to work on. But, I do try to balance out what we do at home. So I will do my journaling on pink scrapbook paper, pink cardstock, and you'll see it toward the end. And I do add ribbons, but my journaling will go on pink cardstock. That way it'll pop it with this pattern paper. Then those alphas, I had said I used the Jane Alpha. It's the die cut from the Jane, so it's the large one. I know they have multiple sizes now, but I've had this set for years, so it's the original. And I used it on like hunter green solid cardstock that I had in my stash. I just thought it was a color that was picked up in the leaves of the florals on that pattern paper, so I thought it popped against it. Hindsight, looking back at it, I wish I would have put a like strip of vellum behind the letters, and then to have it kind of just pop out a little bit more, because the beginning part, like so very, gets lost a little bit because I think there was a lot of green leaves behind it. But it's either here nor there. You can still read what it says. And so that is how I will wrap up this one. Very little embellishment, just the bold scrapbook paper and the bold title. For my next layout, we are talking about Maui and Valentina together. So I think I have scrapped the photo, like a photo of them together before in my story album, but this one I definitely geared my journaling to just their adorable bond. And how we got Maui anyway was during COVID time when we were quarantined, so I needed a way, since all the parks were closed, for my daughter to release some of that energy. And so when we got the puppy, I mean, they just ran back and forth through our living room, kitchen, and dining room. It was like an open concept at our old house, so they could just run back and forth for hours. And that's how we brought Maui home. But I love it because for Maui, she's all he knows. So like he definitely takes on like this big brother kind of personality. Like when we're at the dog park and stuff, like he wants no one to touch his human, he's always by her side and doesn't really let her pet other dogs. So it's adorable, and then like he is such a good sport. Like he lets her put like bows and clips in his floppy ears, and that's cute. And then like she tries to always share her blanket when they're in bed together, and that's cute. So that's the story, is that I just hope that she'll remember how she was with him at the age of 5 right now. And maybe their bond will change, or maybe it'll get stronger. I'm waiting for Maui to be, because he's 2 right now, a little bit more calm to sleep in her room at night, because right now he has like ADD. Like the dog has to pace and change like location all the time, because I try to let him sleep with me and I just kick him out at the end of the night, in the middle of the night, because he's pacing the room for some reason. He's so funny. So that's the journaling, and I kept it rather simple. This glitter paper is from Hobby Lobby. It's like this rainbow thick glittered paper, and it's fantastic. I almost need to get a couple more sheets. So that's where the letters were from. So it's very simple, and just the hearts on the opposite side, and we will move along. So I will give you 3 layouts in this video. So the next one is going to be now just about our other dog that we have now. We got her in October. So you see I'm going back in time. I got to catch up in this album. So we got Moana, and truth be told, I did have a doxie. If you've been following me for a while, her name was Zoe, and unfortunately she passed away during 2020, during COVID. She was 16 years old, so she had a good life with me. I just miss her terribly, and I miss sleeping with the dog. She was like my forever heating pad and like snuggler when we watch TV on the couch, and I just truly miss it. Not that Maui doesn't, it's just that Maui gives me about 45 seconds of his time, and then he just can't be touched. So he's not a snuggler, guys. So I needed a small dog. I got the green light from Miguel, and so we went shopping, and that's how we found her. Now, I just wanted a dachshund, period, so I didn't care if it was a short hair, long hair, or wired hair.
Vale got to pick when we got to the store, and she just fell in love with this wire-haired little girl. We bought her home. Her name is Moana, so now we have Maui Moana, definitely from a Disney movie. She just obsessed with Moana. That's how we got it. So we're a Disney house, Moana and Maui. And even at the vet, they love it. They're like, oh my God, we love those names. And I'm like, I know, my daughter did it. So once again, with this layout though, it's the A and B side of a pattern paper. I do believe this one was a Jen Hadfield one as too. So the purple, like flowy wave one is the back side of it, and it worked out great. So I printed a 4x6 photo with a 4 photo collage on it. So it makes them about 2x3. The bottom row is all just black and white with a picture of her with each of us. And then the top row in color were the photos I took when we were at the pet store, when we were like, you know, meeting her and playing with her. We stayed there for like an hour to make sure that she really got along with Valentina. And Valentina was giving her such cute kisses and everything. It was so adorable, you guys. Like, yeah. So with this pattern paper, I don't really have any embellishments, but I almost like the simplicity of it all. So that way you can see that it can be simple and you get your stories told. My journaling, I will print on pink cardstock again. And so that will go right in that obvious blank spot under Meet Moana. And again, with those letters, those were die cuts from... Gosh, I forgot it might be a Tim Holtz one. It's a very simple font, and I did it on pink glittered cardstock for this one. So it came out really simple as well.
That will finish up these 3 layouts. So I went ahead and did some stamping there. These are all from Allie Edwards, and I did some ribbons. So this was just cardstock, and then the journaling is on clear sticker paper that I was able to adhere here. So that one came together quite nicely. This one I kept very simple. The journaling is everything in the voiceover pretty much that I shared with you. And I love this glitter letter with these hearts on this side. A simple layout, but I'm glad the story is told in here for them. Then the same with this one, a simple layout. I used the same colored cardstock that was that tag for the journaling here on how we have Moana as a part of our family. And super cute. And so like I said, I also didn't do any embellishments and stuff because I want to keep this as flatter than the last one was. So please stay tuned. I will label these as the school year album because I do need to go back and tell the story about going like to the pumpkin patch and her Halloween costume and like her holiday recital and stuff. So there will be a few going back stories, and then I'll be current in this album. So if it interests you, please subscribe, hit that bell notification so that you're alerted when I upload. And until next time, everyone, keep it crafty. Bye.